is up, super fam and bro Vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be checking out none other than Season 2. That's right, Season 2 of Peacemaker. I am actually so pumped to check this out. It's ridiculous. I think we are going to be in for a real treat today, if I do say so myself. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this in the comment section down below. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you guys are excited for Peacemaker Season 2. And let me get a 2 in the chat if you're not. And of course, let me get a 3 in the chat if you're just happy to be here, okay? I forgot all my lights aren't turned on and my window is still open. So let me get that handled real quick. Bam. You see we rocking the Superman jersey, you feel me? Shout out to my beautiful wife. You dig what I'm saying? Thank you to my beautiful wife, you feel me? Let me know how you guys are feeling about it. Let me see, where's chat? Let me make sure chat is up and running. See, I knew something was amiss. There it is. Bam. I ain't see y'all comments. What's up with it, everybody? Let me say hi to chat. What's up with the Jericho? What's up with the Tristan? Mike Beasy, Kellen. What's up with it, Remy? How y'all all doing? I'm about to jump into y'all chats right now. Just give me 1 second so I can get it all up here and ready to go. I don't know why. Nope, it's not what I want at all. Let's grab this. We're going to put that right there. Bam. There we go. Hey, and you know, we also have a vote out right now. Which character are you most excited to see return in Season 2? Is it Peacemaker? Is it Vigilante, Hardcore, or Adebayo? Let me know who you guys are most excited to see in there. We'll get that close in a little while here. We're about 12 minutes out until the newest episode of Peacemaker. We do not have a 2-episode premiere. It is only a 1-episode premiere, but I'm okay with that because that means we get 8 full weeks of nerdiness. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really awesome when we get something like that going down. So let me know how you guys are feeling about that in the comments, of course. Let's see. All right, let me just try and get let's get the shorts stream up and running here as well. Peacemaker Season 2 premiere. I recently saw something about YouTube actually trying to like combine shorts and basically the vertical and the horizontal tabs together. So like if you guys are watching, you'll be able to switch to vertical and watch that way, or switch to horizontal and just watch that way, like on regular YouTube. And I think that's a really dope. I think that's a really dope thing that they're trying to work with. You know, more power for the viewer. Let's see. I just got to get one more thing fixed here, and then we can start nerding out. Chat. Let's grab this. Grab those, put those here. I'm going to talk to you guys in just a second, so please drop all your thoughts and theories so we can really get to yipping and yapping up in this G thing. And then I just got to put the keywords for, what is this? The shorts, or yeah. Bam, bam, and a bam. Okay. What the hell just happened? That was wild. Nothing I did changed. Okay, one more second. We're going to grab those there. We're about to go live on YouTube Shorts right now, you guys. So if any of you prefer Shorts or the vertical tab, you'll be able to jump in over there. Peacemaker Season 2 premiere. And finally, let's get some of them hashtags, baby. I see chat is going. Save that. All right. And we will now be live on YouTube Shorts as well. All right. So what is up, all of you beautiful people? Let's start at the top. Tristan said, "Yo." Mike Beasley said, "You're." My boy said he just finished filming a musical sequence at film school today. Oh, that's a W, Tristan. Okay, that's what's up, bro. We got about 8 minutes until this new episode is dropped, y'all. I need a new character to be introduced in this season. LOL, be a part of season 2. What's your thoughts? That's a good question. Kellen. Or so from what I've heard, I don't know if any of this is confirmed, but the thing that they have actually showed on not showed, but the things that they have had like early access viewed or whatever you want to say, you know what I mean? People have not been able to see the last 6 episodes. Last 6, that's hella. The last 2 episodes, I think they've only been able to see up until episode 6, or they haven't been able to see past episode. Yeah. They've only been able to see up until episode 6, leaving 6, 7, and 8 being some of the bigger cameos that they're gonna have, apparently. I don't know who you guys would want to see show up, but please let me know who would you want to see be a cameo this season. One thing that I do like about James Gunn quite a bit is there's not a lot of cameo fodder, which means it's not a lot of cameos for the sake of cameos. He's going to write that shit into the narrative, so it's not just oh, look at that, like in the Flash, that was at the end of the Flash, that was just cameo fodder. No reason for that to actually really be there. A lot of it was like AI generated stuff, so it's like no reason for that to be happening. You feel me? So, yeah, but I know we've seen Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl. I almost said Squirrel Girl, but Hawk Girl in the first trailer that they put out for it, and that's awesome. So I don't know when we're going to see them. We're going to see Maxwell Lord for sure in this episode as well. No, well, I don't know if this episode necessarily, but we're going to see him. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Superman in this, or at least reference some of those events in Superman, because the DCU timeline, as we know it so far, is some of the events from the Suicide Squad, most of the events from Peacemaker, obviously Superman, and now Peacemaker Season 2. So yeah, I think that's gonna be crazy. Hi. Yo, what's up to John Cena? His name is John Cena. Maybe I shouldn't have seen. You know what? I can't see your comments because I can't see you. Oh, snap. Let's see. Let's see. What else did someone say? I'm about to subscribe, bro. Hey, I appreciate it, Eli. Hey, bro, never watch your videos, but this live looks fire. Hey, I appreciate you yet again, Brodowski. Okay, I think we've caught up to the comments. Look, here we go. You want to see? You're most hyped about Vigilante. I want to see Vigilante too. I saw someone recently say that they appreciate like Vigilante's expressiveness a little bit more than they appreciate Deadpool's expressiveness, and I thought that was interesting because those characters are definitely very similar. How do you think they will join the Justice Gang? How do you think we'll join the Justice Gang? I don't think Peacemaker's going to join the Justice Gang. I'm not going to lie. I think I could actually see that. I could see Peacemaker and Guy Gardner either being bros or they hate each other's guts because they're so much like each other. You know what I mean? Like, I could see that being it going either way. Maybe that's how that's introduced is, they're interviewing people to see who they will, put into the Justice Gang. That's very possible. And I feel like we might actually get a little Deadpool and Wolverine-ish in this, as to where in this show we are going to see Peacemaker kind of taking that place of Deadpool, in Deadpool and Wolverine in his own, story of he wants to be part of the Justice Gang, but they really don't want him in that same way. It's like, yo, you need to go and figure out what kind of hero you are and all that good stuff. I think that's a very, very possible. And I also think that the Justice Gang will probably be replaced with the Justice League cameo that we saw at the end of season 1. I think that would be a dope thing to do at the beginning, is to kind of give us a recap of season 1, but from the point of the DCU instead of from the point of the DCEU. So those things that aren't necessarily canon, they can change it up a little bit. Turn on the Galacticize. Yo, I got you, my guy. I got you. Oh, hey. I herald your beginning. I herald your end. I herald the Galactus. And I also got the Superman. I also got the Superman popcorn thingamajigger, as well as some other Superman merch back there. Oh, I think my Superman popcorn tin is actually still in the... That is exactly what I was looking for. Look at it. Is there popcorn in here? Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. So, bam. The last Son of Krypton popcorn tin. This shit is awesome, too. That shit is dope. We got 2 minutes, chat. 2 minutes. 2 minutes until this new episode is out and ready to watch, yo. Who do you think will join the Justice Gang? Peacemaker, Wally West, Martian Manhunter, Batman. I think Batman, Martian Manhunter, Wally West, Flash. I don't know. I feel like they're going to do a lot to introduce separate teams as well. So we're going to have like the Justice Gang, maybe even have also the Justice League, or the Justice Gang turns into the Justice League. And then we might even have the Titans getting introduced and all these other teams, in the Justice Society of America and all of that stuff, So I think these characters can really go anywhere, and I think that James Gunn is going to go wild places with it. I mean, we already got the Creature Commandos, Justice Gang, whatever Peacemaker team. Either Peacemaker is going to make his own team, or he's going to get recruited onto one. I wouldn't be mad at him making his own team, but if we do take into consideration the freaking vision that we saw from Creature Commandos, if we look at that roster that was right there, I think it's safe to say that that might be the Justice League. And if that is so, I am so down for that. I'm so down for that, chat. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys would be down to see that roster as the Justice League. Drop a 2 in the chat if you would like to see someone different. Hey, yo, what's up with it, Mari Sue? What's up, girl? I hope you're having a good day today. I hope you're ready to get into it, because it ain't nothing to it but to do it. I hope all of you guys are ready, because, man, I know that Peacemaker is about to drop in any freaking second now, and we are going to be doing a complete watch party and review for it. Of course, we won't be able to show everything. Do you think that we will see the Justice Gang in the first episode? I wouldn't be surprised. Especially I feel like we're going to probably recap some of Superman events in the show at some point. I realized last night I never watched the last 2 episodes of Peacemaker and had to catch up. Oh, wow. I just recently rewatched the entire season of Peacemaker, and I absolutely loved it. I loved it the second time around. I really did. I hope you enjoyed the season finale. All right, it is officially 6 p.m. It says 2 seasons, but I don't have a option to, there we go, to click season 2. Baby, we got season 2 here, and it is 45 minutes long for the first episode, and it is titled The Ties That Grind. I am so excited to check out this episode with all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream, because it helps out tremendously around these parts. And on 3, we are going to press play and enjoy this episode together. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive on in to Season 2, Episode 1 of Peacemaker. Are you ready? Because I know I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I know I'm ready. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Yo, let's go. I'm hype, yo. I'm excited. I'm sorry, I don't give a shit about what that is. What's happening? Let's get it, chat. I'm excited. Oh, I wish it was Peacemaker. It's okay, though. If you guys don't know, anything with that intro means it is part of the DCU. Okay. Oh. Oh. Previously in the DCU. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness. You're not going to be able to hear it, chat. I don't know what you thought this was. The YouTube guys will come through and ban the entire stream. There's no way I can have audio, yo. You guys must be due around here. WBD don't play that shit. But I love you all. Ooh. Oh. God damn! I got the subtitles here at the bottom, though. Nah, you good, guys. Oh, she said the Justice Gang! Wait! That is a different thing that was said just now. Look! Is that Supergirl over there? Yo! What the shit? Oh my god! Thank you so much. Yo! We saw the entire Justice Gang. It was Superman, Supergirl, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl. Yo, are you kidding me? That's insane. That is insane. They legit retconned it in our face just now. That's awesome. That is amazing. Sign me up for this. People are going to be so mad about this, but I love it. Where did this go? Oh, let's put this up there. Oh my god. Maybe not. We'll just put that right there. For that G money. Drop what snacks you're munching on in the chat. What the hell is going on? Wow. This is awesome. Can you imagine if we went back to season 1 and it's now retconned into what we just saw? Oh, it's like the quantum realm. One it's one quantum storage shared across dimensions. Oh, baby. The Snyder Code is gonna be so pissed. Top trio. The top trio. Oh! Yo! Oh, snap. Who the hell is that? Hey! New dance just dropped. Oh! Who is that? Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. What? What is that? The ties that grind. 6 months later. What? Oh, because she kept doing the job. Oh. 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 Wow. Sounds something like Deadpool said. I don't know. Dance, bro? Who the hell is that? Oh, snap. Yeah, they hate each other. Besides blowing dudes is crazy. Sociopathy? Huh? Nah. What? Damn. Damn. Bruh, so this. Damn. 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 Hey, I like seeing Sean Gunn not being the same person, I guess. Like that's not a put down, that's a compliment is crazy. Who is he talking to? Is it hardcore? Yeah. Oh, new task force sex? Oh, 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 shit. Awesome. She's awesome. She rocks. Damn. Could you imagine Peacemaker, Hardcore, Clark, and Lois on a on a double date? Damn, it's crazy that their lives have basically been ass cheese ever since they saved the world. I didn't expect that. I'm trying to smoke a bowl with John Cena for a rainy day. Yo, I don't know if I can show this, fam. Oh, I definitely can't show this. What the shit? Oh my god. Okay, they have to actually be doing it, bro. There's no way. What the fuck is happening? Bro felt bad and started throwing through an orgy. Oh shit! Oh my god! That was fucking crazy. He's not gonna know shit about owls.
saving the world, everyone, but finally treat him like a hero.
Hey, Adrian, what are you doing?
I'm on the phone, Dave. What does it look like I'm doing? Quote unquote, Dave is here.
Well, get back inside, man. Your section is a fucking mess.
Dave was way cooler when he was a dishwasher back when we were friends.
We were never friends.
Then why did you...
Because you showed up fucking uninvited, Adrian.
Right? Yeah, it's probably even better than yesterday or the day before that or every single day since I moved to Belle Reve.
Oh, well, they're all pretty good.
Adrian, you fuck nut.
I am chill out, you fuck nut.
Why are you saying the same thing I just said?
Now? What? Sorry, I didn't know you were fuck nut. I did it.
How are they not friends?
Economist.
You seeing this?
Yeah.
Anything unusual from your vantage?
No.
Approach and investigate.
Copy that.
He's not gonna know what the hell to do when he goes into that orgy. Oh. Oh!
General flag, sir.
What is it, Bordeaux?
Remember that January thing? The Christopher Smith thing?
Glitch.
Not sure it was a glitch because it just happened again. It's similar to what we picked up this summer in Metropolis.
The Luther incident.
Permission to access your computer, General.
Holy shit!
Former black hat by the name of John Cena.
Oh, right.
You put him in charge.
No, I remember, yeah.
Excuse me? I questioned it because
She was close to the subject.
I don't know how close an economist can be to anyone, sir, but yes. They work together in Task Force X.
Economos' flag.
Hey, dude, I'm outside the house right now.
Oh no!
See anything unusual?
Define unusual.
Oh, why do you always have to be an asshole, Economos?
No, probably because I have some major chemical imbalance issues, sir.
John!
No, nothing overly unusual. What the fuck?
What?
It's nothing. It's just people having sex, like an orgy.
What?
Group sex.
No, I heard you. Jesus, what is with this guy?
Christopher Smith is notoriously free-spirited.
Is he one of them, Smith?
One of what?
One of the people in the orgy.
Yes.
All right. Stay on high alert. Let me know if anything else comes up.
Copy.
Send in another agent to watch over Economos. I do not trust him with this.
Yes, sir.
And let's move this case to Argus Priority 1.
Priority 1.
Yeah, we need to figure out what this blip is about. Last thing we need is another dimensional rift tearing up this planet.
That's very true. The rainbow creature. Save Gotham from Ultra Humanite. It's his brother?
Smell like a distillery.
Oh.
What are you knuckleheads doing? Whisper, I thought you were in Blue Day.
That's what I said.
Well, the three amigos are together again. I believe that calls for a celebration.
That's pretty clear thinking for a man of such advanced years.
Who are you? Who are you?
Hey here, old man, before you get hurt.
Oh no, bruh. He's definitely about to insert himself into this timeline.
Nothing. Reminds me of the time when I came home. What were you, like 12 years old or something?
Oh, here we go.
And there's Chris running around the house. He's being chased by 30 of these knee-high. What the hell do you call them things?
Imps.
Imps, yeah. Running around. I go, Chris, what the hell are you doing? He looks at me and goes, nothing.
There's a lot of talk about imps, yo. That's like the third mention of an imp in this shit so far. Like what? Not in this episode.
Chris was rummaging around the Munchkin dimension 8 doors down.
They're not munchkins, Dad. They're imps.
Trying to have one of them giant peppermint sticks.
I found a dead, rotting imp inside the Dodge engine block. Like 3 months later. I cannot stress how fucking bad it smells.
What?
Think that's bad. The next morning I was eating my Cheerios and there's something sticky in there. I think one of those little fuckers jacked off in there or something.
No, that didn't happen.
Yeah, it's your fault. You gotta love that boy.
Damn.
A lot easier. But half as much fun without him.
Ah.
How many goddamn imps you gotta fight before you remember what they're called?
Fuck those imps.
Wow, bruh. That's crazy. Crazy they did multiverses in just a walk through a freaking door, bruh. That's wild. Oh, she just want to whoop some ass.
You got a problem, Jack Sparrow?
It's just a compliment, babe.
Oh, yeah? There a time you whistled at some chick and she said, thanks for the compliment. I suddenly find your cum-soaked beard and micro-penis energy hot. Let's fuck. Fuck you for any reason other than money or fear.
Bitch is looking to get swatted.
Yeah, you are.
She just wanted to whoop some ass. What the hell would you do if you was just chilling and then this chick just hit a 360 back twist to whoop a nigga's ass, like not pulling his pants down? Oh, she's gonna kill blood. Oh! Oh shit! Oh my god! Damn. Whooped her ass and dropped her outside of the bar. That's crazy. I was not prepared for that, son. Is she gonna smile? Little psycho, bro.
Night, Pops.
Night, son.
I love you.
Love you. Love you too, buddy.
Oh. You still talking with the ex? The ex? Yeah. What's up with you tonight? Oh, no. I gotta say, I think you blew it with that one, bro. I think you should give that another shot. I mean, I know she's with that jarhead doll, but... Yeah?
Jarhead.
I love you. Get out of here, you drunk asshole. I love you too.
Bro, I literally could not imagine having that like I couldn't imagine, bro. I couldn't imagine. Oh my goodness. They're just throwing us right into it, ain't they?
He's never told you anything about that?
No! How do you even know about it?
Argus has been monitoring Peacemaker ever since Rick Flag Sr. was named director.
Um.
Wasting taxpayer money having him surveilled 24/7 in the hopes that he screws up. And
Oh.
radar picked up an anomalous signal coming from his house. Meridol detects known extraterrestrial and ectoplasmic energies.
Yeah, I know what it is.
We thought it was a glitch, and then yesterday it happened again. That's when I saw this. Hello, I'm fucked. So what do I do? I mean, it's Peacemaker. He's like,
Your friend.
oh, that's pushing it, but I don't want to talk about that guy. Yeah, you tried to help him, and now yours and Harcourt's lives are completely fucked.
No, I'm not fucked.
You're living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto. Because you share and now you maybe.
Follow-up question. Does Acme Split still exist?
Yes, there's one in the Terrytown Mall.
Hey, bro, I got way too lightheaded off of that one. Living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto is fucking hilarious.
Anybody sees me talking to him, I could get fired. It could be Argus testing me for all I know.
Now I get it.
What?
You ain't here for no advice. Fine. I will talk to him and see what's Did you airdrop it?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god, bro! Really?
No, wrong one.
God damn!
That's not my dick.
That's not my dick. Whose is it then, bro? Yo, it said Def Leppard, but with an A, right? Oh shit.
I can explain. Hold on, man. I don't know if you're a shapeshifter or what. Just breaking and entering into a man's home?
Oh shit. Oh! Oh! Oh, the jetpack! Oh! Spear! Atomic spear! Another spear? Oh, damn! He punched him hard as shit. Oh! Damn, the same right hook 3 times in a row. Fight back. Oh, he killed himself. Well, that's not good. Whoa. That is not good. That was not good, yo. Wow. That was awesome. That was awesome. What a first episode. Again, actually really happy that we didn't get a 2-episode premiere. This stood alone on its own, and I am so happy about that. This was a banger first episode to this season, yo. Definitely has me excited for more to come. This, talk about setting the table. We know everything that we need to know so far about the well, almost everything we need to know about the DCU. I mean, they did a really good job of setting things up, retconning things right off the start. And I love that, yo. I love it. Like, this was good. This is good. Oh, okay. We're doing. Okay. Okay. They did the. Oh, we got some after stuff here too, chat. I didn't know that. We got some after stuff to look at inside the episode. Wow. 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 This season's going to be a banger, bruh. I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to have a really good time this season. Like, what? That's awesome. They got ads in the episode like a goddamn comic book.
I always like taking things that were kind of
Oh, snap.
in one story and turning them into the major driving force of another story.
You okay, pal? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Season 1
Piece by piece?
has this thing called the quantum unfolding chamber.
This one has full body force field. And this has sonic blast capabilities.
In season
Yeah.
2, we learn that it is a giant shared space that has 99 doors that lead to 99 different realities.
A self that is living a different existence. And his father is alive, his brother is alive. It's extremely surreal.
Hey here, old man, before you get hurt.
Legit, best thing about HBO Max is these after the episode
Peacemaker
things.
is being rejected by everyone.
How many more of these do we have today? This guy sucks. His life isn't where he wants it to be.
Our characters are mostly all in terrible position, you know, except for Vigilante, who's happy in a terrible position.
We find Adebayo jobless at the beginning of season 2.
You're living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto.
She doesn't
A
really know
good
what she
joke.
does about her job. It's not just what she does, it's also sort of her identity. I don't think what they're doing is right.
John Economist was one of the only people left out of the 11th Street Kid still working at Argus, and I am stuck with the job of surveilling Peacemaker, kind of against my better judgment.
Economist's flag. Who is Rick Flag Sr.?
Yeah.
Lifetime special operations guy whose son has been killed by Peacemaker. He's gone from being boots on the ground military to now being in control of everything.
When I took over DC, I knew I needed a Rick Flag Sr. character, a gruff, older guy, and like many of the characters in the DCU, he isn't all good or all bad.
His driving force has a lot to do with losing his son. My personal
Damn.
through line in getting this job is revenge. Let's move this case to Argus Priority 1.
Priority 1.
Last thing we need is another dimensional rift tearing up this planet.
Well, the three amigos are together again.
So-
I believe that calls for a celebration. I was actually walking in Nichols Canyon up there on the Hollywood Hills, and I ran into Steve Agee. And he said to me, "Hey, you excited about coming back?" And I said, "I'm coming back." And he said, "Well, James did something really brilliant."
There's something emotionally potent about Christmas relationship.
Bruh, it's crazy how impactful this shit is already.
Augie passes Chris on the way to bed, and as he passes,
Yeah.
he grabs his earlobe and says, "Love you, buddy." And it's that tender moment that he had never known from his father in his entire life. Maybe never known from anybody. And it's such a simple little loving thing. And that was something that Robert brought to it. And John and I talked a lot, actually, about how our lives are sort of intertwined with all of this, how we're more vulnerable as people, and this is a much more vulnerable Peacemaker. He is not the same guy as last season.
There.
Harcourt has a hard time experiencing love, companionship.
Bruh.
She goes to the bars and gets in fights so that she can feel something. You got a problem, Jack Sparrow?
There's a lot of combat in this season. It is
Hey, she was whooping ass. That shit was awesome.
I think
She hit a 360 kick flip. Like, that shit was crazy.
Harcourt this season, a lot of what she's doing is expressing her inner turmoil through violent and kinetic interactions with people in bars and that kind of thing.
There's always a little trepidation when you're going in. Did we prepare Jen enough? Are our stunt guys ready for this? And when they called action and we saw Jen go off, we were all just like, oh.
Yeah, she went crazy, bro. That shit was awesome. And they just kick her out and lay her ass down.
Our story forward. Peacemaker meets his alternate universe self. When we read that in the first script, we were like, oh man, we've got to fly these guys. He's got a jetpack, and there's towers everywhere. That one was pretty complex.
A lot of it was wire stuff and a lot of big impacts to keep you down so you can emote.
First time that he took a punch from his alternate self, I watched it on the monitor and I was like, oh my God, we just hit him. Because it looked so real. If he fooled me, I'm excited for the audience at home to be able to watch that.
Now,
That shit was crazy.
has killed his brother when he was young,
Oh, shit.
and now himself from another planet, really following him around.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy, yo. I definitely was not expecting that. That was one hell of a first episode, to say the least, yo. Let me know how you guys felt about the season premiere of Peacemaker in the comment section down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your thoughts? What was your theories? What are some of your opinions on it, yo? Let me know everything that you got, that you're feeling, all right? Let me know everything that you are feeling, because that one was a good one, if I do say so myself. Damn, son. Wow. That shit was crazy. I really didn't expect that at all. Like, I didn't expect any of that at all, bro. Like, that was such a good start to this episode. That was such a good start to the season. That was just a really solid beginning. I really didn't know that. I didn't know that's what we were going to be in for. Like, damn. That shit was hella cool. I'm so excited for this season, bro. Yes, man, I am too, yo. I am so hyped to see what we have in store. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys like that first episode. Drop a 2 in the chat if you didn't. And drop a 3 in the chat if you're not really sure how to feel. And you have to let that digest a little bit, yo. Again, yo, we're about to talk about it. We're about to get into it. I really liked that. I really like what we just got, bro. That was crazy. And to start it off with previously in the DCU, and then to also like you know, we get that previously in the DCU, and not only that, but we also circle that back around to excuse me. We also circle back around to, bro, just so much. Just, bro, what? That shit was fantastic, bruh. Yo, that was awesome. That was really crazy. All right, let's talk about it, chat. Let's talk about it, chat. We're about to get into it because it ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let's get into it, man. What? Because I legit was not expecting any of the things that just transpired. Let's see. Here we go. We just got done watching the season premiere of Peacemaker, and man, this was crazy. I legit was not ready for any of the things that we saw in this episode. I think we did a good job of being like coming into the DCU, for lack of better words, especially after knowing of all the things that have transpired from season 1 to season 2. Obviously, it's been a lot, right? It's been a lot of differences that that there has been, yo. But I love the way that we start with this previously in the DCU thing. I think that was really cool to even just give us right at the start, so we can kind of understand that yes, we are going to have some stuff retconned, and yes, like, things are going to be different. But just again, that previously in the DCU is just such a it's a nice touch it's a nice touch to what we've seen. It's a nice touch to add here. I know a lot of people are going to be absolutely tripping their minds outside of their brains because of some of the stuff that happened here. I think it works though. I think it works to, like I said, just start to hit the ground running, man. Don't hold anything back. We know that things are different. We know that this is not the DCEU. We know that. So just give it right at the start. Let us know what's going on so we can get our feet situated, for a lack of better words, you know? Like, and I think that's what we got to do. I think it was actually really cool to see them put so much into it at the beginning and to be like, hey, yo, not only were these events different, but also the whole end sequence was different too. Like, and that was crazy to even see, is that they switched up the entire roster of who pulls up here, still showing it as the Shadows as it was showed before. But now we see from left to right, Peacemaker. My bad. So, of course, that's Peacemaker right here. But I'm saying in the background from left to right, we have Mr. Terrific, Superman, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Supergirl. So this does like show us that Supergirl spent some time on Earth as a hero, doing some stuff, doing things before she went off and did whatever she's gonna be doing in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So just starting off with that is like, it literally set the table to be all right, bro. We are in straight shenanigans of we are in full-blown multiversal shenanigans, for lack of better words, and it was awesome to see that was awesome to see, for real. What's happening here? No. That was just crazy, bro. Like, that was just crazy. This first episode, I did not expect to just be all up in there like that, man. And it was just crazy to see how right from the beginning, it's like, no, bro, this is going to be multiverse shenanigans. And not only is it going to be multiverse shenanigans, but it's also going to be multiverse shenanigans in a way that will show us that it's not like crazy. It's not like, oh, you're flying through all these other dimensions and all that. No, bro. It's just, this room is one quantum room connected to many other rooms across dimensions. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Got it explained. Every dad in every universe has done this, and they all use this room, but don't bother each other. Like, that, that's crazy, but I like that. I mean, why would they go exploring when they have their own little area to really focus on and stay in? And that was crazy, bro. That was crazy, bro. That was just all crazy. And it does show that they actually do mention that they have gone to other areas in the doors. Like, they've gone to other places. They fought imps that have broken through their own door. So it's not even wild for them to be in dimensional or multiversal shenanigans at all. But it probably is the first time that someone has killed their alternate universe selves in this way that we see happen here. But cool way to start the episode of letting us know, hey, this is what's going on. Different universe shenanigans. New dance is also introduced. We get to see them, basically do interpretive dance at the beginning, and I just I was not ready for it, bro. I was not ready for it. And I wasn't ready for so many imps. Like, I think Beezy just said it. Imps just running wild in the DCU is diabolical. It's not something I expected to happen. Not something that I expected to see. But it's awesome that it is happening and we are seeing it, because that means there are these other dimensions and universes and worlds that exist, and they know it because they know that dimensional imps are coming through, and it's a natural thing. Like, bro, I just love it. I love it, yo. I love it. So, we're probably going to see, I hope we see some more imps somewhere. I hope actually we get to see an imp in this. That would be pretty cool if we got to see an imp in this, or at least some type of imp that they're actually talking about. I would be so down for that, bro. And we also see that Eagly is kind of the one that has brought Peacemaker to the other universe to begin with as well. Like, which is crazy. Very Ant-Man rat-ish, letting him out of the quantum realm. But I like that we get to kind of pick up, leave off. We go 6 months later. We find that things are different. We find out things about Adebayo and her lady and how they're broken up and not together anymore. And it's just, we get a good flash forward, or a good flash forward, a good preview of, you know, some of the events that have been happening, because like this world, this universe is lived in. These people exist. They do things. They say stuff, you know? Like, we already saw, we didn't see John Cena, we didn't see Harcourt and Peacemaker hook up, but we hear about it because it's already happened. Like, I love that, bro. I love that. It was just a good note. Yeah, exactly, BZ. Everybody is living their worst life. Legitimately living their worst life. And I think that's cool that they're living their worst life as well, though, because shit is just different, bro. Shit's just different. They're not living the same life. But we also, you know, we pull up and we get introduced to the full-blown Justice Gang in this episode as well. We kind of talked about it before the episode of, hey, is the Justice Gang gonna pull up immediately or whatever? And yeah, yo, they're here. In the first 15 minutes, we see Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl, as well as Maxwell Lord. I really like Maxwell Lord so far. I think his character is probably going to be pretty cool for the universe, and it's going to be pretty solid to see some more stuff going down and going on here, period, bro. I'm just not ready for it, yo. Welcome to the Superfam 123 Garfield. I appreciate that subscribe-disco. I hope you're having a good day. So yeah, man, like, I think this scene was funny, of course. Like, it's obviously comedic effect. This is a dramedy, for lack of better words, I guess. You know, it's like this action dramedy where you have all these things going on, and it works really well for what's going on. And I did feel bad for Peacemaker. Like, you know, he's talking about his life, and they're all just not caring. And of course, Guy Gardner absolutely sucks, and we find out that he's the one that has left it on for people to be able to listen back and forth, and is the cause of why when we walked in here, we saw the bunny girl, whoever she is, crying because they've been bagging on, talking shit about literally everyone that's been in there and thinking that they could not be heard. So it's really crazy to see that happening, and show how unprofessional they are and all this other stuff. But I like that Maxwell Lord actually feels bad about it, and he's like, yo, shut the hell up. This isn't funny. Like, why are you laughing? This is terrible. And I kind of speculated at the beginning that either Guy Gardner and Peacemaker are bros, or they absolutely despise each other. And it's good to see that they absolutely despise each other. I think that's pretty solid. I like that. I'm not gonna lie. I like that they don't like each other, and they're not, you know, buddy, friend, even though they do seem very similar. But I like, and then we also have. And then we draw the parallels between Harcourt and, of course, Peacemaker when we see her going through her own rejection, or her own interview rejection, that, you know, the same way that he just went through, you know, just drawing some more similarities between their characters outside of the things that are already obvious. But they make it pretty obvious here that they're going to be on a similar trajectory this time around versus how it was the first time around. And it was dope to see that she got into that bar. It's crazy to see her getting into these bar fights at this time, and then to know that before, when she got into a bar fight, it's like, is that why she has always gone to bars since season 1, or is this something that has grown more and more after she has, you know, continued to do all these different things and go these different places, yo. But I love that moment that we get of her in the car, and she just starts spazzing out and losing her shit and punching the shit out of the things, like, ah! Like, I just like the way that she loses her shit. Everyone was doing such a good job in this. Like, everybody was so good with acting, bro. Like, so good with acting, bro. I think the acting in this episode was great. Everyone was bringing their A game. Even this small moment that we get to see between Peacemaker and Harcourt just really shows us how different he is, and how much he's really grown as a character from where we see him in the Suicide Squad to now. Like, this is not the same Peacemaker that we have been introduced to. He has grown so much as a character, and he is legitimately so different that he's not even just, talking about all these disrespectful things or just being rude and all of this. Like, he's really even thinking about the things that he says. He even has his feelings hurt by the Justice Gang as they're ripping him to shreds right in front of him, like, he doesn't just like say, fuck you guys or whatever. Like, he doesn't just spaz out on them. He literally takes it to heart. He's listening to the words that they're saying, and he's kind of taking it personally. He probably always was taking it personally, but he actually let it visually and emotionally affect him to the point where he even said something to every Adebayo. Like, he's really, really grown so much as a character, and I think that is an awesome thing that they showcased. Again, like, very early on in this episode, like, we're in the first 15 minutes, we got so much character development, growth, more world building and lore outside of what's already been happening. Like, now we know that the Justice Gang is going from city to city, holding auditions damn near like the goddamn American Idol, trying to get more people to join the Justice Gang. Maxwell Lord is a part of these recruitments. Like, all of this stuff is really heavy world building and lore establishment that we did not know and we were not privy to. So that is all crazy and insane to have just happen just like that, like I love it, man. I love it. It was absolutely wild that they somehow gave us an orgy scene that was more raunchy than what we saw in The Boys. That was absolutely insane. I did not expect that. I mean, it was PVB and everything else going around, right? Like, it was just wild. I was so unprepared. Everybody was getting down and dudes, like, it was just crazy, bro. Everybody was doing what they do, and it was wild, buddy. I'm talking about, it was like Sausage Party, the food movie, but with actual humans. Like, The Boys didn't do anything close to what we saw here. Like, that was diabolical. Yeah, diabolical. I mean, just dick and balls everywhere. Nobody was ready for that. This show is 100% not for the faint of heart or the children. I mean, people are just getting absolutely railed, hammered, and everything else. Like, wild, bro. Like, unexpected, buddy. But then it's awesome. We get this we get this goofy ass discussion between Economist and Vigilante. It's hilarious because Vigilante obviously doesn't know anything about owls, but he acts like he does, and it plays for a really funny thing. I feel like that's important for some reason. James Gunn loves to drop little bitty Easter eggs of what's going to happen later on in the season. Like, the way that I look at the interdimensional imps, for example, right? That very much reminds me of when in the first episode of Peacemaker season 1, when he walks into his dad's house, we see on the TV they're talking about a bear that has escaped from the zoo, and we later see that bear get absolutely chopped in half by a freaking chainsaw. It's like the things that are said, the things that are done, even in the background, end up being a big thing, and that's something that I really enjoy about James Gunn's writing, is that everything is very intentional, and it's not always obvious in the first look through. Some things are more obvious, and the ones that are more obvious, people are like, why are they telling us everything? But then when it's subtle in these other ways, people just let it go right over their head. So but I do appreciate it. I really like seeing the dude that he was talking to in season 1 come back, and he's now the manager, and he's like, yo, I liked you better as a busboy. That was really funny, also unexpected. I just didn't expect to see him back there or anything, but I like it. I think it's funny. And I just like their little tangent, and then their little, the back and forth that they go through. But yeah, we also, moving away from the stuff that's kind of going on there, we stay in the DCU stuff, and we get even more world building and lore, chat. Like, this is what I love. If you guys are new around here and you don't know this, then you don't know that I am a world lore, world building junkie. I love it. I need more of it. Put that shit in my veins. You feel me? Because I just love what it does for the universe. And we get this amazing, just this whole scene sets up so much for the DCU. We find out that metahumans are breaking out. Saint Black Eye for Argus, public safety crisis hitting. As metahuman containment systems fail, experts debate the ethical and practical implications of how society should respond to superpowered individuals, okay? And this is insane, and I wonder if this is also backlash or a fallout from Lex Luthor not being able to hold people in his interdimensional shit that he had before. Like, is that where they were keeping some metahumans that were too strong in before? I mean, there were so many people there. You never know who was in there. I think it's very possible. I think it's very, very possible. But I just have so many questions about that. I have so many questions about that. And again, as I was just saying, anything that is going to show up on the news is usually going to be mad important. Like, it's going to be mad important whenever if you see that. So we need to just definitely pay attention to this. I think this will also introduce some new metahumans into this show that they possibly have to catch. And I'm just excited to see where that little microcosm of a story goes itself. So, but again, I like seeing Rick Flag Sr. here as well, and the way he's discussing things, and a new character is also introduced here that I do not remember her name. I apologize. I'll probably remember everybody next week or something once I watch this again and all that good stuff. But there's definitely going to be some dope things going on here, and I love all of the introduction of new characters. I think actually there's not a lot of introduction of new characters in this episode. It's just Rick Flag Sr. is technically new to this show, but he's not new all the way around. But that's cool. That's cool. I like to see him. I like to see them. I like to see her. And as we see Peacemaker just going through the motions and feeling terrible about himself, he goes through this dimensional portal rift thingy majigger here, and or he goes into this quantum storage unit, and he's like, bro, I'm going back home. You feel me? I'm going back to not where I belong, but that's how he feels. He's like, I need to go somewhere else. Let me get out of here. He's doing that drunk 2 a.m. walk to a Denny's. I don't know if you guys have a Denny's if you like wherever you're from around the world, but a drunk 2 a.m. Denny's visit, it's something that some people do. But I love the way that he comes into this new room, and guess what? Guess what we're doing? Immediately getting world building established for this universe also, which I fucking love, man. Like, we find out that there is a trio of superheroes that this universe's Peacemaker is a part of, along with his dad and his brother, where they fight crime as the top trio, which is amazing. I don't know if I think that there are other heroes and whatnot in this universe as well, because they do they do talk about it. They do bring up some other heroes in The Boys, and they even mention Bloodhaven. So again, just world building and lore being drip dropped and drippity dropped here and there throughout it, and I just love that. As soon as his brother pulls up, it's just amazing to see the way that Peacemaker goes from being just this shift in it. I mean, I think it's really safe to say that we are actually dealing with Chris a lot in this show. It's like, in season 1, I mainly felt like it was just Peacemaker, but now this season is heavily having us look at Chris. I don't know if we ever saw Peacemaker outside of his uniform in season 1, other than when he was like, butt naked after clapping some cheeks. But I mean, seriously, I'm pretty sure he was in uniform the entire season. So it's such a big shift of that alone, to see him just be in his regular civilian clothes, right? He is a man of the cloth. So to see him being outside of that cloth and trying to be vulnerable and visiting his friends and talking to people, like, that is so freaking dope, bro. Like, that is so cool, bro. Like, I just love it. I love that. That is all. That's all so lit, bro. I think they did a really good job with all of that. And I love the way that, you know, when we see Peacemaker standing outside of the house, he, like, is so enthusiastic about going inside and spending some time with his dad and his brother. And he still sits there the entire time with his mind absolutely blown. He cannot even believe not only that his brother is alive, but the interaction that he is having with his father and the way that his father is treating both of them. I think even more so the interaction of what his dad does, the interaction with his dad is what brings him to tears even more so than his brother being alive, because it's like he has never, ever felt this type of anything from his father ever, and he murdered his dad because of how much of a raging douche monster he was. And then now he actually has this father figure that seems to be loving, caring, seems to be a very empathetic as well. Like this is crazy, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It is wild to see this, bro. It's wild to see all of these shenanigans in front of our faces just going down, bro. Like, absolutely not ready for any of it. But another thing that I wasn't ready for is this badass bar fight that we see Harcourt get into. I mean, she does a triple axel backflip into a fucking spin kick, and I wasn't ready for that shit at all. Like, look at this. Triple axel spin kick into a beat down on the floor. Like, shut your ass up. And she gets... I've never seen someone get pulled off of somebody so many times, and they keep coming back. I mean, she was grabbing bro's pants. She ripped bro's pants off. I mean, she whooped his ass up, down, left, right, and to the center of the damn bar. And she just kept going, bruh. I mean, it was insane. But I loved it, bro. I loved it. It was awesome. It was beautiful. She was beautiful, whooping ass left and right. I mean, damn. And I feel like a lot of the times we don't get to see females be brutal. You know what I mean? Like Yelena Belova, Black Widow, like, we don't see them being mad brutal. Like, their fighting style is, you know, it's not sensual. That's weird. But it's like, you know, like, not brutal. It's very feminine. They fight very femininely. And she was femininely brutal. Like, that shit was crazy. No, I'm lying. Homegirl in Ballerina was brutal. That shit was crazy. But she also was kind of feminine with it as well. But she was very brutal. Not as brutal as this, but she was very fucking brutal. But I love seeing that. And then to just see her bloody on the floor like this. And she's just like, bruh, I need to feel something. And you know what? As she sits there staring up at the moon, she damn near howls at that bitch because she is so happy to have really just been squabbling. And that shit's awesome. Like, look at this smirk that she drops, bro. Like, that shit is amazing. Again, just so amazing. And all we can see Peacemaker do is just soak it all in around him. Yo, welcome to the Super Fam. Special Kev, I appreciate you for subscribing, man. Hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let me know how you was feeling. But, I mean, again, just, like, I don't know if you guys have, I don't know any of the dads out there that have kids or anything like that, but there are these little moments like this where, you know, you grab an ear or you flick a nose or something like that, just as a father, you know, that fatherly affection that you show and you know, in these different ways, you know, a kiss on the forehead sometimes, maybe, you know, my kids are still young, so, you know, but so I can't say like I'm you know, as a grown ass man wiggling your ear, but I mean, it's still a very fatherly thing to do, you know. I mean, I understand it, and just the way that it just crushes him, and he's just so raw as a character, And the way he has this moment with his brother just saying, I love you. And he was like, dude, what the hell? I love you. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? But he still says, I love you too. He still says it. No matter how weird he thinks it is, he still says, I love you too. And then Peacemaker absolutely breaks down. He loses control. He loses it, bro. He never in his life thought that anything like this could ever be possible. And here he is experiencing it firsthand. I mean, honestly, a fantastic episode. A fantastic episode. And then we get a W joke here. I like how we go into this. I like to also see that they're all still 11th Street kids. You know, essentially, you know, they're still 11th Street kids. They're still, like, locked in, but they're not locked in. They still tap in with each other. I think they even say over email. So that lets us know that their group chat is probably not still active as it was when we end the season because of reasons and things and stuff. But it's still nice to see the way that they get back to each other and talking and all that stuff. By the way, I don't know about y'all, but Adebayo was looking Adebayo-ish today, all right? I was like, hey, Adebayo, how you doing, girl? What's happening? But, yeah, I just really like even seeing her and Economy sitting there talking, and he's like, obviously essentially begging her to talk to Peacemaker so he doesn't have to do it because he doesn't want to lose his job. He doesn't want to get in trouble. He's like, yo, everyone else's job is messed up. And then she's like, yo, I'm doing fine. And he's like, yo, you're living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto. 10 out of 10 joke. I love that. That was a 10 out of 10 right there. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Like, that was a good joke. I like that. But I just like to see their dynamic together, the way they was rocking, locking, and loaded and stuff. And I'm just here for it, bro. I'm here for it, yo. And then, of course, we end the episode with Peacemaker v. Peacemaker. Some badassery transpires in this moment, ladies and gentlemen, okay? We see the use of a badass helmet where he has, like, magic stars. These magic stars are essentially spinning blades that chase Peacemaker down, and they continue to spin in his back as he's standing there. Like, it's crazy. It's wild. It was just wild to see that, man. Like, it was wild to see the way that he was, like, like they were boxing, you know, like that was crazy. Like, and then to see this other version of Peacemaker actually have the signature jetpack attached to his suit, arguably meaning, I don't know. I guess just because his dad loves him more, his suit does have their suits are more similar since his father loves them, which is very sad, but I mean, it's true. We see them go into this dimensional thing and they, like, look at that. Oh my God. And this is so badass. He hits him down, hits him with a spear. Well, not a spear. He knocks him down, and then that skid jumps back, hits him with another spear. Bam! Rocks forward, hits him, blam! Like, bro, I love that. Like, that was so dope. Knocks him back again, another spear, bro. Like, spear after spear after spear. Literally whooping his ass. He's just, whoa! And then, like, bro, just such good action, such good fight scenes. Just starting it off with a bang. With such a bang. Like, bro, like, so dope. Yo, like, look at that. And then, boom, murders himself. Yo, I think I saw Beezy also mention it because James Gunn says it at the end of the episode. But, let me see if I can find the comment. Peacemaker has killed his brother accidentally, killed his dad on purpose, and himself accidentally on purpose, yo. Like, insane. This dude is legit in, like, no one has a life like this guy. It's crazy. And I love the way that the multiverse has been introduced in such a simplistic way. Like, we did not have to do any portals. We didn't have to do any crazy things like that. It's just, I mean, you could call it a portal, I guess. But when I say portal, I mean like sling knowledge stuff. Like, you know, like we kept it mad simple, but still, I guess that's just the difference of Marvel and DC. With Marvel being a lot more science fiction-y, and with this being a lot more fantastical. And I think that just the way that the multiverse was handled in this episode right here alone shows the difference between the fantastical take and then also the more scientific take that we have experienced on both forefronts. And I'm down for that. I like it. It's different. It's fresh. It's new. Well, I mean, it's fresh and new for this. Not fresh and new, period, because of course the multiverse ain't fresh. It's not new. It's been done a lot. So, but still, I think this was a solid start to this episode, to this show, and I am so excited to see what we are going to be able to dive into next week when we see season 2, episode 2 of Peacemaker. But of course, let me know all your guys' thoughts, theories, and comments in the comment section down below, because man, oh man, do I think that we are in for a special treat, you guys. Like, I really do. So let me know all your thoughts, theories, and opinions. Let me know. All right, let's jump into chat, see how everything's going. They're retconning it in our faces. Yeah, Van Ship, that was crazy. I love to see that. I love it. Let's see. Bruh said, does anyone have an account I can use to watch this? How do they know he blows dudes? Yo, that's funny. Episode 1 was fire. Yeah, bro, episode 1 was amazing. What if we see Rick Flag versus Peacemaker and his dad in the last episode? That would be dope. Oh, the Rick Flags? Like Rick Flag Sr. and Jr. versus Peacemaker and his dad, but it's like the multiversal father-son team-ups? Hell yeah, that would actually be fire. I'd be so down for that. I'd actually be so down for that. Oh, goodness. What if we get a version of Rick Flag Jr.? Yeah, that would be lit. She goes to the bar fights because it gives her more or less something to feel. She sucks with her emotions. No, yeah, I get that from this episode for sure. But I'm saying, is that what was going on in the first season as well? Because it definitely didn't seem like that's why she had got into that bar fight, was because she was trying to feel something. I think that might have been the start of that. Like, oh shit, hold on, I felt something there, a little bit. Peacemaker has 100% grown and learned to deal with his emotions, while Hardcore is still struggling. Yeah, and I like seeing that difference. Again, it's dope to see their trajectory change, right? Like, it's dope to see their trajectory kind of cross paths, because at first one was going up and the other one was going down, and now they're like on a different trajectory to cross that path at some point. Who was the bunny girl? I have no idea. March Harriet is the first character that comes to mind. Yeah, I have no idea. That's who that is. That's who that was. I don't know if they mentioned it at the end. They might have had it in the credits. I didn't see. You think Maxwell Lord gets exposed as a villain this season? If I don't think he is a villain, to be completely honest with you. At least not yet. I don't think that's the way they're kind of going with it so far. He doesn't seem like he's a villain at all, honestly. But I could see them introducing something. I could see them going there with it if they wanted to. How? I'm not sure, honestly. I'm really not sure. What if the Superman in that timeline we go into is actually Henry Cavill? That would be wild. That would be some crazy shit going down. I'm not gonna lie. That would be some crazy shit. It just depends on what characters he wants to introduce and how he wants to introduce them. I think they're gonna. I don't know if he's gonna do that, because I don't think he wants to rise any confusion right now. I think if we saw Henry Cavill, it would not be as Superman in this universe. Like, he'd be Batman, or he'd be like, Maxwell Lord in that universe, or some weird shit like that. I don't think it would be, the way that we, what we're talking about, though. My girlfriend really looks like Hardcore. That's crazy. Cackled on the floor when Hardcore was diagnosed with toxic masculinity. It's totally right. Yeah. I mean, then she literally goes to the car and rages on her freaking, rages against the machine, for lack of better words. So, like, damn, yeah, like, yes, like, she is diagnosed with toxic masculinity, Like, that's what we do sometimes. And when we're angry, we punch stuff. Be mad! Something must be punched. Ah, where's Wall? Shout out to 16-year-old me. Did they keep the same intro from season 1? Come on, bro. You know that they was not doing the waltz in season 1 intro, bro. Come on, my boy. But it is kind of like, I guess you could. They did it in a style that was similar to make you feel like, bro, is that the same thing that happened the first time? Like, because I know a lot of people are going to go back and watch the end of season 1 to see if, it's going to, whoa. To season 1 to see if the Justice Gang was actually there, Like, was that the Justice Gang or was that the Justice League? Again, circling all the way back around to why I love the intro being previously in the DCU. Not previously on Peacemaker, previously in the DCU. This is what happened. Like, hell yeah, buddy. That's simple. All right, bro. All of the events that we mentioned are canon. That's it. Like, James Gunn said that, and that is how it's been. If we talk about it, then it is what that is. If we don't mention it, then it ain't what that is. And I like that they even kept the shadowy silhouette. Like, that's so freaking cool. I really like that. I really like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I really, really like that. Didn't even multiverse it on us, bro. They just did it. Like, nah, bro. I mean, maybe you could say that's multiverse, but did they? Oh, I just read that. A lot of characters in that intro are gone, and by gone, she means dead. She means they're dead and they don't exist anymore. They're gone forever. Pretty sure Maxwell's villain arc is gonna be what triggers the change from gang to league. Oh, I like that. That's actually a really good idea, Marisu. What are your guys' theories about this episode, yo? What are you guys feeling? Let's see. Let me see. There we go. Let's get that out there. And let's get that out there. Bam. Ben Affleck as Superman and Henry Cavill as Batman and Amy Adams as Wonder Woman instead of Lois Lane. That would be absolutely insanity. For real, that would be crazy. Yeah, bro, that would be insane. Yo, I would definitely not be ready for that. That would be such a wild switchadooski rooski. You feel me? Like, that would be insane. After the Superman movie, the Justice Gang will be recruiting because they obviously didn't have the whole team. We're just moving into the Hall of Justice. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So I guess it's safe to say that I think I said this already, but in Creature Commandos, let's see, Creature Commandos, Cersei, Vision. Uh. So in this vision, we obviously see Superman, we see Batman, we see Wonder Woman. Pretty sure Wally West is one of these characters. Peacemaker is one of the characters that we see here as well. Supergirl, Starfire, Vigilante, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, I already said Starfire. I think we see Mr. Terrific there, Robin, Flash, Judo Master is somewhere, apparently, and then Gorilla Grodd. Yeah, so that's essentially what the Justice League is going to look like, give or take some of them being Teen Titans or Titans. And Titans are essentially the Justice League. You know what I mean? Like, if they need to be, they are. So yeah, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, Peacemaker, Vigilante, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, Starfire, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, Supergirl, Robin, Flash, Judo Master. Those are the characters that we see as victims in this photo, and it is also safe to say that those are the characters that will later become the Justice League. And that is pretty crazy. They name dropped Arkham. I theorize we get a Batman this season if they introduce Batman in Peacemaker. I'm all for it. I'm not going to lie. Sign me up. Sign me up. It's little things like that that I think the MCU is terrified to do. I don't think they should be. I think it would actually make people enjoy shit more if they... It's like, oh shit, can you believe they put him in a Disney Plus show? Let's go. But it's like, no, they want to save all that for the movie. You know? They have a good idea, but the execution has just not been the best with how they do things. I'm not sure why. What if Guy Gardner leaves the Justice Gang and John replaces him? If anything, it would be like John. I think my theory for a long time now has been that Lanterns is about Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart investigating the death of Guy Gardner. That's really what I think. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be so dope, bro. Like, I think that would be so dope to do. Is to just, do something like that. You know what I mean? Anyone catch Ultra Humanite newspaper clipping on the other Earth? Yeah. That's a Stargirl villain. Ooh. Yo, give me some Stargirl, bruh. Hell yeah, bro. Give me that. Give me some Stargirl. I need to finish that show. Actually, I'm going to go finish Stargirl. Thank you for even bringing that up. I've been thinking about what I need to watch, and that's it, bro. I need to watch Stargirl. For real. I need to finish it. That show, 10 out of 10, bruh. I think that is one of the best shows that they have made for DC. Legit. Like, Stargirl is incredibly peak. It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there for the DC shows. You know what I mean? Like, Arrow, Flash, Gotham, Stargirl, all bangers, bro. Like, legit bangers. Like, not even a joke. Like, those are all banger shows. It's ridiculous how good they are. Superman and Lois, banger. Like, it's really insane. Imagine James giving Batman the Rand. The Rand. giving Batman the blue and gray suit would be so peak. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what he has on. I want a Batman that has a lot of suits. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Arkham, in the game Arkham, he has the suits right there. Like, that is a Batman thing. We saw it in Batman. We saw it in The Flash. Like, I want to see a Batman that has suits, that wears different suits, that, I think that would be freaking cool, because we just haven't seen that. Like, every Batman we've seen has had one suit. Okay, give this Batman all the suits. None of the other Batman really use their utility belts too much. All right, give this one the craziest utility belt ever. Like, let's do the shit, man. Stargirl equals JSA, which brings us back to the mural in the HOJ. Yeah. That's very true. That is very true. But I don't know. Does that mural actually have anything to do with the JSA? I don't know. Do they ever say that? I can't remember. Because I know we got the entire mural released. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, BZ, is that he was rocking the blue and gray and Creature Commandos. What were we just talking about, though? Hall of Justice mural. Superman. Yeah, it's called The History of Metahumans. I think they're trying to do it like canonically, that the Justice Gang is the first, is the first team, like real team. It will be dope. I think I wouldn't be mad if they mentioned it here, though. You know what I mean? Bam. All right. So yeah, this is the history of metahumans. What in the what is going on? Oh. Why in the hell did that happen? There we go. There we go. I don't know what that was about. But yeah. This is the entire roster of the mural, the history of metahumans, yo, which is crazy. I'm actually doing a entire DCU timeline video based off of this mural, because if you guys don't know, it goes in timeline order. This mural goes in timeline order from the first appearance to modern day. So we're going to go through it, talk about all of the heroes that there are. And yeah, we're gonna talk about all the heroes there are and the order, if I'm not mistaken, in which they are here as well. Okay. So if you see, we start here with this woman kind of as the first. I think this is this a woman? I think this is a woman. You know, okay, here we go. So from left to right, sorry about that. From left to right, chat, we have Sister Symmetry, aka Madame Xanadu, right here. That is who she is. Next up, we have Silent Night. Following that, we have Exoristos, who is an exiled Amazon. Next up is Black Pirate. Okay, this isn't working for me. Oh, I guess I can just use this. Then we have, okay, like I said, Black Pirate here. Miss Liberty. Bess Lynn. We have our first speedster here, Whip Whirlwind. Max Mercury, the 19th century alias. After him, we have Super Chief or Flying Zag. Next is El Diablo. Following that is Hugo Danner. After Hugo Danner, we see Ghost of Flanders. After Ghost of Flanders, we have this version of Sandman instead of the Neil Gaiman version of Sandman. After Sandman, we see Amazing Man, Will Everett. And of course, we finished the top of this list right here with Zatara the Magician. So I want you guys to keep in mind that this is in timeline order. So when they say for 300 years metahumans have existed, this is the start of that 300 years. Also remember that this is from the point of view of Maxwell Lord, because this is Maxwell Lord's interpretation of the DCU metahuman history, right? This is not the actual canon metahuman history. This is his take on what the metahuman history is. He commissioned this, so it is his viewpoint. You know what I mean? It's no one else's viewpoint but his. After that, starting at this is the bottom of the mural, continuing on. This is where we see the right side of the mural. Excuse me. This is the right side of the mural, starting with Liberty Bell. Okay, so this is Libby Lawrence. We also have the here's Max Mercury here. So this is essentially our guy Whip Whirlwind. This is possibly the same person, but from the past and to the future. And then we have the twins here. Bullet Man and Bullet Girl. I think they're twins. Maybe they're not twins. Maybe I made that up. But I think I said they're twins because in I don't know if you guys remember, but in The Boys, just so happens to be in the orgy episode, they do have these characters essentially in the show as a brother-sister duo. Moving away from Bullet Man and Bullet Girl, we have TNT and Dan the Dynamite. So you can also see from the background of the murals that it gives you a little bit more understanding of like the era things were also taking place in. So it's safe to say, like, you know what I mean? A world war here, something happening there. Continuing on though from them, we have Phantom Lady and Atomic Knight. As we keep pushing through, we have Freedom Beast, Wildcat, Vibe, Gunfire, and of course, we end it with Maxwell Lord, present day DCU, him in front of the Justice Gang Tower. So again, this is quite literally the history of what we know so far when it comes to the metahumans of the DCU. Over the span of 300 years, a ton of different characters like made their debut, made their way to being in the limelight. This isn't a secret. People know about them. I don't think it's necessarily, it doesn't seem like any of these characters were in a team or anything like that either. Like it doesn't seem like that. It seems like maybe these characters kind of existed over time. Maybe some of them did exist at the same time, obviously, but it doesn't seem like they were all just there. But if you piece together all of these characters, it does give you a pretty solid history when it comes to the DCU, letting you know some of the things that could have happened, might have happened, and the way that some of those things can translate. You know what I mean? Like, especially because we do see so many Justice Society members, but we see them kind of spread across time, not necessarily at the same time, right? Like, so James Gunn is definitely doing something here, using all of these characters to build a history, obviously, but also make it to where, like, this is what built this era, rather than, these are the things that, this is all what's going on. I'm very interested in knowing if he will do some type of Justice Society. I know the Justice Society was something that was, like, literally at the starts of being introduced in the DCU before, so he may not want to bring that back. And there's probably plenty of other adjacent teams that he can have exist before that, because I think it's safe to say that, like, the Suicide Squad and Creature Commandos, those are obviously teams, like, just like the Justice Gang, actually, if you really think about it. Like, all of this really just, all of the teams have been formed by the government. And I think that's what James Gunn is more so going for, is that a lot of these people were, but a lot of these people were fighting in wars and being a part of the efforts in those different places like that. Like, all of that is very, very possible, bro. This list includes an Amazonian. If you include those, then metahumans have been around for thousands of years. I mean, this is true, Marisu, but it's not like people know she's an Amazonian, right? Unless she was going around saying that she was Amazonian, which apparently she did not do that, because they don't believe that they don't believe that that is a true place, right? Like that was a big contingency point in Creature Commandos, is like, not everyone believes that the Amazonians are real people, because there's not a lot of proof to even say that. So it is still revisionist history, obviously, because, I mean, it's it's Maxwell Lord doing this. And I mean, it's America. America is the king of revisionist history, but maybe not the king. They're up there though. But it's definitely from, and that's why I even tried to make the note of this is from his point of view and from the point of view of just this history, because if we take the crawl into standpoint, this here is 300 years ago. This is 300 years ago, right here. Starting with, who was that? Starting with Sister Symmetry. And then going into Silent Night, you know? Metahumans have existed for thousands of years. However, they've on record the existence. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good way to put it. Even if you think about the opening title crawl for Superman, right? It says, 30 years ago, Superman crash landed on this earth, basically. But 3 years ago, he outed himself to the world as Superman, right? So it definitely gives us a different perspective of what's going on for the universe, because it's like, okay, yeah, he's 30 years old, but people have only known him as Superman for 3 years, and that doesn't even mean that he was only Superman for 3 years. That only means that he told everyone in that 3-year span that he was Superman, and also let them know that he was a Kryptonian and did the whole thing. So it's one of those things where it's going to be hard to... I know the public audience is going to be fucked up by this because perspective storytelling hurts people's brains. You know what I mean? It's hard for people to understand that from the perspective of Maxwell Lord, this is the history, but actually the history is different from that. It's like, oh, so that was a lie. It's like, no, it wasn't a lie. It's just this is what Maxwell Lord believes. You know what I mean? This is what he believes. And he might not even believe it. This is just what he had, created. But I think it's a very diverse cast of people, and I think that was something that he probably meant to do. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the first on record metahuman is a woman at this point, right? Like, woman, and there's kind of a flow to it. It's kind of like woman, man, woman, man, woman, man, like, and then, people of minority descent, it's kind of, it does kind of seem, I don't want to say it like that, but it does seem like this is definitely something that he has put together to have the masses be okay with it. And I absolutely love the way that the history is being told in this mural, bro. It's beautiful, bro. It's legit beautiful. Because you see here, she has a freaking castle behind her. And then as you continue to go, like, the castles turns to airplanes being behind them, letting you know that cities are, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just giving you a completely different set of understanding of what time period certain things are going on and happening at, bro. Like, or where things were happening at, right? Like, not everything was just here in America, right? Like that, like, I think this is a really solid history, bro. A really solid history. I think this is a solid start as well. What I'm going to do is take all of these characters, look at their history, see how that history could be folded into the DCU within that 300-year time frame, and then use that as our starting point to create a cohesive, complete DCU timeline with the information that we have available, bruh. And I think that's going to be a really solid video. So, yeah, man. I think this was a really awesome stream, awesome episode of Peacemaker, and I'm so happy that we have something else to really nerd out about again. Like, this is amazing. I can't remember the last time we got to nerd out about the DCU, like, or about DC period, or even theorize about the next thing that could happen to the DC. I think it was Peacemaker, to be completely honest. Like, well, obviously Creature Commandos, but it's just like, damn, bro. To be able to go this deep and have this much lore and world building and setup and stuff and be able to explore past and present and everything, like, I think it's just awesome, bro. I think it's awesome. I'm excited to see what this universe is going to mold into, and I hope you guys are too. Do we get an explanation for the existence of metahumans? No. We don't have any... we have no explanation of that. It's just that, what is the opening title crawl exactly? Let me see. I have it written down somewhere here. Because again, I'm actively working on this video, so the parts that matter the most. 3 centuries ago, the first superpowered beings known as metahumans appeared on Earth, ushering in a new era of gods and monsters. 3 decades ago, an extraterrestrial baby was sent in a spacecraft to Earth and adopted by Kansas farmers. 3 years ago, the baby, now grown, announced himself as Superman, the most powerful metahuman of all time. So that's really freaking the groundworks of the DCU. And that is, again, why I'm saying we got to take this and put that through the lens of, put that through the lens of that, And I think through that lens, things will really start to build and blend together and really create something beautiful. An epitaph. An epitaph. What is that? A phrase or form. Whoa. A phrase or form of words written in memory of a person who has died. Oh, I see what you're saying. Do you mean an epigraph? Nope, that's the inscription. Epilogue? No. It's something like that. It's a epi something. Epipin. Basically like in-universe text explaining something, right? Yo, what's up with the Thatcherooski? What's up with it, bro? I hope you're having a good day today. It's kind of like a foreword, but it's like more of like a blurb almost, but I mean, it is an epining crawl. I guess prologue is the best way to say it. Yeah, it's essentially a prologue. It's the prologue of the DCU. Oh, definitely. Vandal Savage is an amazing villain, and I love what they did with him in Young Justice. I thought that was freaking awesome, bro. EpiPen is for allergies, insane. I know. It was a little jokey joke. Yeah, epitaphs are for gravestones and like for the like the little cards at the end of a memorial or the beginning of one, But it is essentially a prologue. Like, because what more is an opening crawl other than a prologue? You know? Oh. Yeah, that was a banger episode. Yeah, prologue, preface, introduction, forward, overture, prelude. Nah, yeah. Opening monologue, no, none of those. Yeah. A prologue. A prologue or a prelude. No, I think prologue is the word. I'm just used to prologues being 100 pages. Yo, that's hilarious. Yeah, a preface, I think preface works really well. Whoa. But I think a preface is used more. I don't know. I think that prefaces are more in books. Like that actually is literature. But I think anything can have like a prologue. Right? Damn. But yeah, yo, that was a solid episode. I love that first episode of I love that first episode of Peacemaker, yo. I think it was a great start to this universe. I can't wait to come back every week and check this freaking show out, bro. Like, I'm so happy to have another weekly show like Alien Earth and Peacemaker. What a banger back and forth we have, yo. You know, like, what a banger we have here. I'm excited for next week. Yo, I am too. And I'm hoping to start book 4 of Wheel of Time next week as well. So I think that'll be a pretty solid thing. Like Tuesdays will be Alien Earth, Wednesdays is Wheel of Time, and Thursdays are Peacemaker. I think that's a pretty solid continuation here. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. It's gonna be a good week next week. So man, with all that being said, I definitely appreciate each and every one of you lovely people that made it out here for today's episode of Peacemaker Watch Party, bruh. What a way to start it, man. What a way to start it. I am so excited for the rest of this series, bro. Like, I am so excited for the rest of this series, bro. It's gonna be a freaking hell of a ride, bro. So buckle up, strap the fuck in, and hold on to your testicles because it's about to get wickety wild up in this piece, okay? So with all that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in with me today. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video because it helps out tremendously around these parts. I'm hoping to have our reactions to Alien Earth Episode 3 and the Peacemaker season premiere out this week. So make sure you guys check them out because those will be up here on the channel. As well as all the other deep dives and all those other things. My complete MCU timeline video today got actually freaking blocked by YouTube. Those bastards came through talking about, yo, this is, and I'm like, yo, what the feezy are you talking about? So I got to figure out why the hell they came through set tripping like that. I don't know. My shit was just starting to go up there too. So they must have been set tripping, but we're going to have the Universes Explained video back up. If they start set tripping, I'll try to get that back up. And then, of course, We're going to have our complete DCU timeline video. I'm working on breaking down the MCU timeline. That one is obviously going to be a longer video because it's like a lot of shit. So I might release that in sections. And then we got trailer reactions and, like I said, the live shows that are going to be back next week. Not to mention Cage update. So we're going to have Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday covered for the foreseeable future. So I'm excited about that. I hope you guys are too. And I hope everyone is, bro. I'm just so ready, bro. I'm so ready for DC to be on the map for real, though. Like, to actually be on the map. Not, you know, like, I know people are going to argue and hate on it or whatever, but there are always people that do that. It's just that this group is a little bit louder than everyone else. It's just awesome that we get to, you know, just tune them out as you do when people start losing their freaking minds and have a good time enjoying nerdy things, bro. Like, I just love to be able to enjoy stuff, and I enjoy this. When you look at anything through shit-colored glasses, everything is gonna look like shit. So, once you change your perspective, you change your outlook, like just straight up. So, I hope you guys take that to heart. And again, I hope each and every one of you has a fantastic rest of your day. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Mark Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.markbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture news update.
Stash, baby, underneath your nose.